teams ready to follow him up as well with that composition.
Yeah, Immortals picked a lot of compositions last split that were fairly low in initiation.
The vote. Looks like Cloud9's going to want to affect this early game.
Full share.
Yeah.
So
share it in the bot.
Yeah, full share for Immortals on all the gold, and then Impact gets solo experience, so that'll actually to dangerous spot. They'd have to go for a teleport play to break this down, but they actually catch WildTurtle.
That's gonna hit on the tether. Smoothie flashes forward. Both teleports come in. Meteos still wants to go for Turtle, and it looks like they may be able to finish it off as Impact comes in as well. The teleports were a little hesitated, but both top laners knew they wanted to complete and
get the end result. I think that's because WildTurtle poked his head a little bit too far forward, and now Reignover's ghosting to try and make more happen.
Reignover basically solos Smoothie, who goes to ward the Dark Tri-Brush. This is going to cost Sneaky his life. As
they get in here without wards.
Backfired real quick. Now looking for something in the top lane. I like the hold on Impact. He stayed a little bit behind Meteos for the twisted advance, ensuring that WildTurtle could not use Arcane Shift and a Summoner Spell to get out. Now to the mid lane. And it's almost like Immortals just doesn't feel like Cloud9 is roaming. And the Chain of Corruptions hold Meteos in place. This all allows them to take...
Jensen dodged it with the Playful Trickster, so they're on top of each other, but Pobelter still has Flash.
Sounds like they're on the hunt. Here comes Sneaky. The speed up is there, but it's going to wear off as players meet. And one last hit. Smoothie's going to pick it up with an auto. Trying to counter these new beasts. The Infernal Drake goes down in favor.
The Maokai. They're just kind of there for lockdown.
Oh, that's what he was looking for.
He wants the stun.
Oh, he cues out of it, but still, Huni's trying to get that Time Winder right into place. Jensen in a bad spot. There's the ultimate still from Huni. It's going to be the Playful Trickster over the Chrono Break. The final hit comes in. It actually draws down Meteos.
And a well-earned kill there for Huni.
Got him close, though. See TP to the top lane. Impact a little deeper on his own turret than he wants to be, and Immortals are continuing to go. Very low mana bars here for Immortals, really relying on auto attacks to get themselves through this fight, and that may hurt just a little too much. There's 2 kills going over to Cloud9, and they're going to pick up WildTurtle in the end. Meteos is going to bite down on Rek'Sai, and Reignover, the Ragnarok wears off, so the crowd control is going to be there if Cloud9 can put it down, and they may find Pobelter as well. His flash and barrier are up. He's forced to use... He's the only one in the game right now, as he's had a few decent fights. The last time, Chain of Corruption is going to miss as Jensen does the Playful and Trickster right over the ult. Cloud9 fighting off a little more than they wanted there as Reignover's able to flank from the side. He's going to be able to finalize this kill as well, no matter really what happens from him.
He's continuing to hold this.
Okay, they're not.
But I mean, Sivir and Karma are really far away right now. If Impact's going to want to make this a 3v3 now, 4v3.
WildTurtle
they can do.
Was focused on the turret, so Impact saved themselves some damage. Also with Vengeful Maelstrom mitigation, they are off. And it looks like Love is going to be down for that Dragon. Over to Pobelter, the knockups, the crowd control. Something Immortals is lacking, but they will still try to run to the fight. Sneaky is the target. This is what we talked about Reignover also being able to do, but they focus down onto Huni now. Ragnarok's off, and they can just go for the back line every single time. Adrian's not even really
mobbed his Sivir as best as they could, but he's got...
You can see the pieces of that Aegis on Adrian slowly building up. Meteos right into Pobelter. They're trying to lock down the crowd control that Immortals has. Meteos is going to make it out alive with that passive heal. And it looks like they're going to be charging in here. Reignover will be the first one to go down. I should say second after WildTurtle. He went down very fast. Shields from Smoothie that already buff you up in speed.
Oh my god.
Huni stole it.
And the Ezreal all through to get vision, but now they have it. And Cloud9's relatively low. They go for the fight.
Huni teleporting in right there with home guards on. He went to back before it happened as the team was calling Baron, and Huni's in the back line by himself. They fly onto Adrian. His summoners are down, and so is he, as they continue to drop Immortal members. Flying. He's also looking for the same thing, and he's going to parallel convergence. He decides not to. He gets a great, what would have been shield and stun out, but the team can't follow up. Huni actually goes down now, and Cloud9 looks like they'll lose a few just on the caboose.
Jensen and Impact can stick around to the back of the fights.
Reignover toying with danger. That's going to be Ragnarok for him. Jensen could chum the waters here in the back line, but Immortal says keep the line.
Trying to sustain up a little bit, but so Impact doesn't even have Flash, but they still have the Karma. This is how they can be so fast. Meteos goes.
Double pop-up for Meteos. Tries to turn around. Each Chain of Corruption himself. A big CC. coming from Immortals. Huni back and forth. The pop-up is Meteos actually takes a different path to get back into the fight, and it's right where Huni goes. They're going to be able to take him down. Jensen now trying to come through the back line as they are tanking. C9 is tanking everything right now to get the rest of the members over, and they're able to push Immortals back right on.
Untouchable on this Maokai so far, and that gives them Baron 34 minutes.
And 40 on Dragon gives Cloud9 much time to go down for these.
Fully in on Immortals, it would have to be a pretty substantial dive, or realizes that Immortals isn't really even thinking about contesting, and now he's walking down.
The Zanyas denies the chrono break damage. He absolutely deletes Huni after he gets his ultimate off.
He sent their whole team.
Whoa! All right.
That would have been a...
Finish Muramanas. This poke is going to sting. C9 can't stay
This
here
wave
long.
is their last chance, and they go. Nice.
Exactly. They cannot wait. They go on to Pobelter as well. Impact and Meteos are stuck. Reignover tries to go to the back line, but he comes back to help the team, and they are going to be able to take down Pobelter before Reignover gets there. Immortals looks like they have to just completely back up now, and Reignover just on the outside of Fountain, just on the outside of safety, goes down. And
The Dragon buff left when they flashed for that initiation, and it was exactly what they needed to do. Now they look to get the ace.
That there couldn't be any waiting time. The minion wave is slowly coming in from the bot. They have a siege, so they should have enough time to take these down. And a stark difference from game number 1 versus Immortals. Cloud9 are able to find their mid-game ground and able to find their way now to the Nexus. Huni, however, playing big spoiler, trying to stop this from happening, but that's 9 and 5 seconds on Pobelter and WildTurtle. Adrian goes down, one last auto with a crit. Members of Immortals are coming up now. They can poke them away, and the game is
they get
saved.
sneaky.
Slowly, Sneaky overstays his welcome. Impact now teleporting in. It's actually going to be Jensen teleporting in. Impact is holding on his own still, and it looks like they're going to have to hold off. Backing up.
Yeah, but they might try and turn, like one more fight and they can win. They already killed Adrian and Huni, so it is a 3v3.
Ragnarok down. Reignover's going to go down. That's the kill from Jensen. He came back to go for Baron, which is going to secure a few more kills on somebody's side. There's the ultimate. It's the Sivir and Karma Mantra shield to make them in. There's no way Immortals can get away from this one without losing one. They have to turn to fight. Reignover is just turning to save everybody. And Turtle may be left out to dry. Pobelter firing off auto attacks as he moves backward, but it may not be enough. One last crit coming in from Sneaky seems to be the name of the game. And they are able to take down Immortals once again. Turtle inches from the base, Twisted advance in, and Impact roots him down and puts him in the ground. A quadra for Sneaky overall, and they're on the Nexus turrets.
Man, and this just more and more fights, and this keeps happening to Huni. He tried to teleport in that fight and immediately ulted back, so he wasn't a part of that fight anyways. 35 kills. Grant Cloud9 their first game victory. Doesn't count yet, though, because that sent us to game 3.
Best of 3 is for you and me, and we're going to game 3. Cloud9 take game 2.